Well, the Wisconsin Badgers' bid to win the Big Ten tournament ended last weekend at the Kohl Center. Ohio State came to town and won Game 1 of the best-of-3 series 3-1. The Badgers bounced back on Saturday. Second-period goals by seniors David Cilia and Anthony Kerr gave Wisconsin the lead, and Kyle McClellan was marvelous throughout in a 4-2 victory. But on Sunday in Game 3, the Buckeyes took the series with a 3-1 win. They now head to East Lansing to take on Michigan State in the Big Ten semifinals. The Badgers still have at least one game left to play. It'll be in the NCAA tournament, but we won't know until March 24th who, when, and where. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Mike Hastings joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Yeah.
Sick.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, you can get 3.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Camry, RAV4, or Tundra Hybrid.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
I've always been a storyteller. I capture those beautiful moments, things other people miss. My health took an unexpected turn, but my care team put my needs in focus, designing solutions to support my ambitions. Now that's just a footnote in my journey, a small part of a story that's still being written. UW Health, remarkable.
Well, Mike, last weekend didn't go as planned, obviously, but you still have at least one game to play, and that's coming up here soon, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. You know, you have goals at the beginning of a season, and you talk about your regular season, you talk about your playoffs, your postseason, and then you hope your book of business is good enough to get you to an NCAA tournament. And so, regular season a little bit short, playoffs a lot short. And now we've got to manage some time off and then get refocused for what your goal is at the beginning of the year, is to have an opportunity to go to the NCAA tournament and have an opportunity to win a national championship.
Yeah. What made Ohio State so challenging?
Oh, I think there was a multitude of things. You know, I thought we became a little bit of a perimeter group against them, and anytime at that time of the season, when you get perimeter, and I've really seen with us, when we start to get further away from the net, our offensive production goes down. And so, you know, they played like their lives were on the line, and you've got to give them credit. And now we're going to be in that position when we pull our jerseys over our shoulders in the next opportunity we have.
Yeah, you're in between games, 18, 19 days. How do you handle that?
You know what, we're going about it as we have since the beginning of the year, and worrying about our dailies. And after playing 3 games in 3 days, the guys need some rest, recovery. Working with Tommy Ankrot, our strength coach, Grace, our nutritionist, at trying to get the guys back to where we need to be, where we can start building again, and dialing in what we need to do on the rink as well as off the rink. So right now, just taking a little bit of time to recover and get our staff together and focus on what we're going to do here short term until we get into that, you know, that mode of 8 to 10 days away from game time.
Yeah, and you continue to develop your players physically and mentally, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, part of this is the idea of what you just brought up, the mental piece of it, and, you know, not getting to where you want to. There's a lot of teams going into this weekend and even previous to last weekend where it was the last time they were together. You're seeing guys starting to sign NHL contracts, moving on to different places. We've still got a lot of goals that we want to accomplish as a group here, and we have the opportunity because of our book of business to do that, and we're going to try and take advantage of that.
It's fun watching a lot of these young players develop as the season goes along, including number 17, a Port Erie, Ontario native. Let's take 2 minutes with Owen Mellenbacher. Tell us about your career growing up, I guess, as you're getting close to playing junior hockey.
Well, it was a little bit of a roller coaster before I got to juniors. I played minor hockey in Fort Erie, played some AAA in Southern Ontario, and then my 15U year, I went over to the Junior Sabres. That was a big change, being away from home for that 15U year was different, but definitely prepared me for going to juniors, living away from home. Yeah, really had a good time in Buffalo, had a good time playing AAA near my hometown, and it was all good.
Yeah, you moved on to Muskegon, and then eventually after Muskegon you went to Fargo.
Yep.
And you played with the Force and their head coach Nick Oliver, who's now an assistant coach here. What's that? Did you ever expect you'd be playing for him again?
I didn't. It was funny because when we were in Fargo, he's like, he was saying all this like, oh, I wish I got to work with you more. I wish like we got more time together so I could actually like learn more about you and kind of figure some more things out. But just the way things work out. He's here in Madison with me now, and it's been awesome just to have him just kind of teach me more ways, teach me a little bit more things that I can do better on the ice, and it's been great.
Awesome. Owen is a draft choice of the Detroit Red Wings a couple of years ago. What was that process like?
So it was a little bit stressful, Ryan. It was my dad's birthday.
Okay.
So I got drafted on my dad's birthday, and he was. We were watching on TV, and as the rounds go by, we were getting a little anxious, a little nervous, and at one point we were like, okay, we're turning it off, and we went out for lunch. So we were at lunch, just having it on our phones, on the Niagara River, just outside, enjoying the day, and I actually got a call from Tony Granato saying like something good's gonna happen, and then a couple picks later, Detroit picked me, and it was awesome.
There have been several highlights to this hockey season. One of them was Owen Mellenbacher's first goal as a Badger. It was a game-tying goal against Michigan. Wisconsin ended up winning in overtime in Ann Arbor, and that was a thing of beauty, your first collegiate goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was interesting. Hit off my skate, so we'll take it when it's given to you, but nothing too crazy. But it was cool. It was my parents' first game. They got to watch me play in college, so it was a pretty neat moment.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Hopefully more highlights to come, right? You're in the middle of a playoff race. This is fun, isn't it, for a freshman year?
It's a great year. Even when I'm out at classes and they ask, like, oh, you're on a hockey team. Like, oh, it must be great. You guys are having a great season. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun to win, and it's great being a part of this season so far. A great turnaround, and I just can't wait for the playoffs to come and what we can achieve there.
Want to play?
Play High Chai Fortune Frenzy at Hy-Vee. Right now, buy a High Chai entree and win a prize in every fortune cookie. Prizes include free High Chai apps, free High Chai entrees, and you can enter to win big cash prizes like $220, $2,200, $22,000. Grand prize?
$220,000 in cash. Eat High Chai. Win free stuff. It's that easy.
Only at Hy-Vee.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Mike, you and I have talked about this quite a bit. You played 20 games at home. You averaged 10,000 fans per game. 200,000 people came to watch you play here at the Kohl Center this season. That's pretty special.
It really was, and you didn't know how that was going to play out. I remember when we first got together and we had that initial weekend with Augustana, and I do remember walking out the tunnel and looking and seeing a lot of empty seats, but it didn't stay that way because of the support that we have here in the community and people that traveled from long distances, and they made the Kohl Center a very difficult place to play. It's going to be something where we'll be able to look back. It's going to be a different place when we get back in there.
Smaller rink.
Yep. And so for my initial experience here in year one, we really hope that we can continue to make the Kohl Center a special place and look forward to what we'll be getting into next year.
Yeah, and so a shout out to the fans. Also a shout out to the Wisconsin women's hockey team getting ready for the NCAA tournament. Mark Johnson's club just keeps plugging away, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do. And you know what? Congratulations to them from our staff and our entire team, because they just continue to write history, and we're going to be behind them through their entire run here in the postseason, and congratulate them on where they've gotten to at this point.
Exactly. So the Badger women will play Saturday at 2 o'clock at LeBon Arena. A win, and it's off to the Frozen Four in Durham, New Hampshire the following weekend. And Mike and I and the Badgers will wait until March 24th when we find out when Wisconsin and where Wisconsin and who Wisconsin will play in the NCAA tournament. Mike, thanks for your time. Also, thanks to Jay Williams and Stephanie Olson. I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,